Hello everybody, Deluxe here, and today we're taking a look at the new Hound from the Transformers Studio Siege line. And he again is amazing, just like Sideswipe, and I like all of them. And so first off, I want to show you his backside. Not much of a backpack. Not much of a backpack. And again, very impressed with that. I mean, look at that. I don't even really consider that much of a backpack. I mean, it looks like just part of him. I mean, that looks great. Looks great. So let's start in with some detail on him and focus on that beautiful head. There's Hound's head right there. Very nicely done. Nice blue eyes right there. He's got a nice silver Autobot logo right there. A nice star there. Nice military colors. Nice colored front here, and that grill is very nice. Very nicely painted. A little bit of that weathering right here. Doesn't look too bad. Looks okay. He's got stars on both sides here, which are nice and silver. He's got this nice brown paint right there on his arm. On his legs, you come down to all this other weathering, or that battle damage. Doesn't look, again, too bad. It's not all over him, which I appreciate. Nicely painted all around. A little hollow back there, but that doesn't bother me at all. I don't really care. All around, he looks great. Again, he does have ports. He's got 2 on this arm, 2 over there, 2 right there, 1 on his back, and 1 on both of his feet. Alright, so there he is. And let's go over accessories now really quickly. He comes with 3 accessories, you could say. He comes with this one, which of course you can give him that more classic look for Hound. Put that right there. And all these weapons do combined if you want to. You just plug them in like that. Take this piece, plug it in right there, and you have a really big gun for Hound. This is a little wiggly back there, but you can do that. Or you can just leave it on Hound like that, and just give Hound his gun. And you can take this and put it on the back of Hound's gun. Or as the directions show, you can tab this section here into this right there. And so you can just hook that in and give him his machine gun. Pretty cool. So let's go over his articulation. His arms do go fully out, like so. They do rotate up here. They do rotate right here, 360. He's got a bend on his arm. His hand does rotate. So far, Optimus and Hound here are the only 2 that I know from the Siege line right now that have this hand articulation right here, 360 there. The head doesn't really move back at all. It can move. It's just really hard to get in there due to the little back piece right there. But a little bit of movement, not too much there. Legs can do splits. He does have a pretty good bend at the knee, because due to transformation, he's got a really good bend there. He does have pivot, which is pretty good. And he also has waist articulation, which on Hound, he doesn't need this for transformation. He just has it, which is awesome. I just like that they're including all this articulation. And yeah, it just looks really good. So there he is, and we'll bring in the other Autobots from the Siege line that I have. So we got Optimus here, Voyager, Optimus Prime, right there. Then you got Deluxe Sideswipe and Deluxe Cog. So you can see how they all are in size comparison right there. Looks pretty good. Looks really good. And besides Cog here, who doesn't have... No, wait, he does have feet pivot. So, and he has... Okay. Alright, so this is what I love about the Siege line. All of them so far have pretty much the same articulation. The only thing that's different is Hound and Optimus have wrist articulation. Hound, bend at the feet, waist articulation. Same thing with Sideswipe. Waist, bend at the knee, bend everywhere. Boom. Same thing with Cog. He's got waist articulation, bend at the knee. He can do pretty much everything everyone else can do, even though he is just a parts former type guy. Optimus, waist articulation, feet pivot. It's amazing. I love how all of them have the same bit of articulation, unlike the Studio Series line and some other lines. The Siege line, all the Transformers of the Siege line pretty much have the same bit of articulation. It is awesome, and I love that about the Siege line. You know, normally you only get a waist articulation when it's part of transformation. Otherwise, it's kind of skipped. But here, he has it, and I love that. It's very, very nice, and I appreciate it. And so Hasbro and Katara are doing an incredible job with the Siege line. Good job, you guys. So let's go into transformation now on Hound. He is a little more complicated than Sideswipe, but again, not too much. So first, what you're going to want to do is you're going to pop this up like that. You're going to take this whole bit here. Oops, oops. You want to pop those up. Pop those out of their sockets just like that. Just boop. Then you take this whole front piece. You're going to rotate that down like that. Get this piece flipped that way. Then you rotate that all the way down. Bend these parts underneath like so. Rotate the arms just like that. Then we come back to the legs, and you're going to pull that just like that. Straighten that out. Same thing on the other side. It's just pop right out. Whoop, just like so. And now from this point, you're going to want to pull this out like this. This is the one part I kind of had a problem with. I didn't realize these came out when I was transforming him. So if you do this, it's a very easy transformation. If you keep it straight, not so easy. So keep it like this and you'll be fine. And then you're just going to rotate. Well, you can tap these two sections in. This little pin here that will tap into that hole right there. Just pin that in. Then you take this whole front section. You kind of lift this up to get it in there. So you're just going to lift the back section. And you're just going to get all that in there like so. Push that all down. You're going to push these forward. And this big plot there will plug into this slot there. Just plug that right in. Smooth that all out. Do the same thing on the other side. There you go. Then you push these little flaps down like so. Then you take this back section and you're just going to push that down. Tab in. And then this little tiny tabs here that will tab into a little slot right there. Just go ahead and plug those in. And there you have Hound in his vehicle mode. And it looked good. I love Jeeps. And this is like a Cybertronian Jeep. And I love it. Looks beautiful. There's his backside. And everything's really nicely painted. Looks... Come on. There we go. Really nicely painted. A little bit of a... Actually a bit of red paint right there. You know. But, you know, whatever. Looks really good. Very nicely done. The wheels are nice. And it just looks amazing. Does roll really good, especially on carpet. Very nicely done there. He does have a few ports here. One there, one there. He's got 3 on top and 2 on the other side. So there's the front of his grill. Looks really good. Nicely painted. The paint on these figures are amazing as well, especially on Hound here. It just looks beautiful. He even has a little seat in there. And if you do have, let me just grab one really quick, a Titan Master, you can kind of get it to work. I mean, it works if you want to do that. I mean, it is possible to do that if you want to for playability. It doesn't fit Legos all that well, unfortunately, but oh well. There's the other side of it. Pretty nice. And you can take all his accessories here and store it on here. So this piece right here is for this. And this could be like a spare tire, I guess. So you plug that in right there. You take this gun, you plug that in there. And take this one and plug it in right there. Just like so. And there you have Hound. Alright. Now for comparisons. Here we have Siege Megatron. Voyager class. Alright. So you can see that. Here is Deluxe class. Roger. For comparison. And last but not least, here is Voyager Power of the Primes Grimlock next to Hound. And there you go. So all in all, again, a very good Transformer. Hound is definitely another must get if you're collecting the Siege line. Another amazing figure. Keep it up, Hasbro and Qatar. Your Siege line is doing amazing, and I can't wait for Wave 2 and for me to find Shockwave and Shockwave. Oh, yes. Alright, so that's been Hound's review, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a great day, and bye, everybody.